Okay, it's 11 o'clock right now in Australia, and I've just been scrolling through Twitter after my AFL team, Australian Rules team, just won the game after the siren, so this is a bit rushed and I'm a bit over the moon right now, but a massive trade has just gone down in the NBA and I really want to talk about it, so I'm just going to go off my head here and discuss this wild trade that just went down between the Boston Celtics and Oklahoma City Thunder. According to Woj, the Celtics are trading Kemba Walker, the number 16 overall pick in the 2021 draft, a 2025 second round draft pick, to OKC for Al Horford, Moses Brown in a 2023 second round pick. That's what sources are telling him. On the surface, I think this is actually a pretty good trade for both sides. Kemba Walker wasn't great in his tenure in Boston. He was pretty inconsistent. It definitely wasn't what the Celtics were expecting after they signed him after Kyrie left. So personally, I think moving him this offseason was the right option. I think their return package is great as well. I think Al Horford and Moses Brown are going to be really good pieces for them moving forward. They've lacked a lot of depth in the big man positions, particularly this season. And though guys like Robert Williams have been stepping up, having Tristan Thompson as a starter in the playoffs sometimes is not what you want to have at all as a team that's trying to contend for a championship right now with their young core. So getting a solid vet like Al Horford and a young uprising player in Moses Brown, who was fantastic on OKC this past season, is a great decision in my opinion. So again, I really like this trade for the Celtics and where they are moving forward. To go in more depth, Moses Brown was great in his second year and had a semi-sophomore breakout season with OKC. He averaged around 9 points and 9 rebounds and was developing into something quite nice for OKC. He fits the timeline of the Celtics really well, so personally, I think he will be a great asset for the Celtics off the bench moving forward. As for OKC, dumping Al Horford's contract is a huge win. He didn't really get a lot of playing time with them this season. He didn't really fit what they were trying to do, especially with their tanking that they were doing this past season. So moving on from him is a win in my behalf. I don't really like them trading away Moses Brown because I really think he was a core part of their future, but I guess it is what it is because Kemba Walker is a great addition to this team to pair alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I can see Kemba kind of playing a similar role to what Chris Paul did a couple seasons ago. Obviously not to the same standard because Kemba Walker's nowhere near the same level as Chris Paul in terms of impact, but he can provide SGA that extra playmaking and facilitating load to take off SGA to kind of reduce the offensive strain off of Gilgeous-Alexander. I think Walker's a good fit on paper as well in OKC. And a starting lineup along the lines of Kemba Walker, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort is actually pretty solid and could see OKC move back near the playoff picture next season. They had to try really hard to lose a lot of games this season, resting their stars constantly. So I think adding another all-star caliber player into the mix is going to be pretty beneficial for them in terms of the win column. Again, I'm a big fan of Kemba Walker next to SGA and fellow pieces. I think the fit is pretty solid on paper, so I do believe OKC are winners in this trade. Though again, I feel they may regret giving up Moses Brown because he was becoming a really solid piece for them. If I had to grade the trade for each side, I'd probably give a B for each team. It's a pretty solid deal on each end. It doesn't really move the needle that much for each team and propel them that much higher into contention status, but it does a good job at improving their current roster, and I think it's a win-win deal. If I had to say who got the better end of this deal, I'm probably going to go with the Boston Celtics here, because they've gone out and upgraded their depth at the center position, which was extremely lackluster this season, and they've gotten a guy who has really high potential and fits the timeline of the team in Moses Brown. Along with Robert Williams, he's going to be a special player and can get some more mentorship from Al Horford, so again, I just really like that combination there. OKC did a solid job with Kemba Walker and probably pushed themselves back into playoff contention again, but overall, I think the Celtics are the biggest winners of the trade, though it is a win-win in my opinion. So those are my initial reactions to this big trade that's just gone down like 10 minutes ago. This is also my first time making a non-scripted video, so let me know if you want to see more of these. Unfortunately, I have a lot of schoolwork, so I wasn't really able to put time and effort into a script and full analysis, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. Be sure to let me know who you think won the trade down in the comments below and what you think each team should continue to do this off-season. I think it's a good start for both teams, but again, be sure to let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.